Hi YouTube, this is Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. I was inspired for this video by another channel from Hannah Louise Poston. If you've never seen her videos, check her out. She's really interesting to watch. But she recently did a video where she basically walked through all her skincare and makeup items and talked about each one of them. And I thought, what an awesome idea. I have a lot of skincare, of course, being a beauty blogger, and today I will show you everything that I have in my bathroom, so everything currently in use, and briefly talk about each item. So if that's something that interests you, keep watching. A little disclaimer, so all of these items are currently in use in some capacity. Not every day, not all at once. But not all of them typically sit on my sink like this. For the purposes of this video, I gathered items from both of our bathrooms. We have a master bathroom and a guest bathroom. I would say most of these things, however, do tend to live in the guest bathroom because that's the one I use more often. And some of them would sit on the side of my tub or sometimes under the sink, but I thought it would be easier to just put them all together, and especially since I just got done cleaning my sink. So here they all are. In no particular order, I'll go through each one and then I'll set it aside so that I am not skipping anything and not talking about something twice. Let's get started. Very first item is Biologically Skin. It's an Aquatide multi-purpose mist. And I received quite a few of these Logically Skin products, not this specific one, but various Logically Skin products in a big PR box at the end of 2019. I've been introducing them to my routine slowly because I didn't want to overwhelm my skin with new things. Now, this one I am using as a toner. I am not a huge fan of misting throughout the day because as the moisture from the mist evaporates off the skin, it can actually take more moisture with it, causing transepidermal water loss and drying out the skin. So it's very important if you are using a toner or a mist or anything like that to seal it in with some kind of moisturizer that would lock in the moisture. So I use this Aquatide multi-purpose mist as a toner, or sometimes on top of a toner, kind of like a 7 skin method, except I don't usually do 7, I do maybe a couple or 3, depending on what my skin needs that day. It's nice, it's hydrating, no real scent, very, very fine mist. Let's see if I can show you. Spray it all over my freshly cleaned sink here. Kind of see how fine that mist is. So no complaints there whatsoever. I made somewhat of a dent in it, and I think it's a good toner alternative, and especially if you like the mist delivery system versus a traditional toner bottle. Next, I have this cleansing balm. This is by Handskin Pore Cleansing Balm PHA, balancing and mild for sensitive skin type. So it is gently exfoliating because of the PHA, which is a very mild type of an exfoliating acid. Comes with a little spatula here for hygienic application, so you don't have to dip your fingers into the tub. Then there's a tub with a balm. Cleansing balms are a first step cleanser, just like cleansing oils. They remove makeup and SPF product and anything else that is oil soluble. I've used this a handful of times so far. No complaints at all. It is very good at removing makeup and SPF products and anything else that a first step cleanser is supposed to remove. I am a little kind of hesitant to use it to remove my makeup, and maybe I'm wrong. If you've used this, please leave me a comment. But the whole PHA thing, the exfoliating acid in it, I don't think I want to put that on my eyes, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Now this little thing, it is a Lazy and Easy Holica All Kill Cleanser Oil to Foam. It is supposed to be a 2-in-1 cleanser. I'm not a huge fan of 2-in-1 cleansers, partially because of products like this. I got it at TJ Maxx for a laughable price. I think it was $4 and maybe even less. It is applied to dry skin just like a cleansing oil, and then you can massage it in, then add water, and then it foams and wash it off. I think it does a very poor job at removing things off the face. I actually started getting closed comedones when using this. I use it, however, to clean my makeup brushes and like remove BB cream from my hands. Pretty much anything that is not my skin that would get BB cream or SPF on, I clean it with this, and that works really, really well. So if you have a beauty blender or anything like that that you need to clean, you can use this. And I also use this to wash my eyeliner brush because regular soap just does not get the eyeliner gel off the brush really well. So I'm using it for that purpose, and for the price that I paid, not a bad deal, I would say. It's probably cheaper than most special like makeup brush cleansers out. This little guy he was an impulse purchase. It's a Pew Hamamelis T-Zone Serum. Pew is a daughter brand of Misha. I love Misha products, or most of them. And Pew, it seems to be targeted more toward young skin. Misha has some products for a mature skin, and Pew seems to be more toward the younger skin needs. This little thing is a roller applicator. Hamamelis is another word for witch hazel. So it's basically a serum for the T-zone. However, it can be used all over the face. You can store it in the fridge and even just massage your face in the morning with a roller ball to depuff. It is supposed to control the oil production in the T-zone, and it has all of these beneficial things in it. Right there, mainly the witch hazel, 82%. I know some people have issues with witch hazel products and say that they dry them out, whatever. I do not have those issues. I really like this. My problem is I kind of forget to use it. So, because it lives in our other bathroom, in the master bathroom. So maybe I need to move it to my guest bathroom so that I remember to use it. This was another PR product. It is very popular these days. I see people talk about it all the time. It's Ellen Celia CPP Collagen 80 Intensive Eye Cream. I don't know what I got out there. Just something. And it came to me in a PR box. It is a wonderful eye cream. I keep it in the box because sometimes smaller tubes like this kind of roll off and fall off my sink. So I keep the boxes even when I almost used up the product. This one I'm not too far into yet, but it's a very light eye cream. I have a hooded eye, and it's kind of interesting. My eyes tend to sweat, especially when I work out or if I get really stressed out. And that's been like that my whole entire life. So I really dislike heavy products on my eyes. But this one is very light, it's very nice, and I enjoy using it both morning and evening. Although, to be honest, in the mornings, a lot of times I forget to put any kind of eye product on. This little thing is interesting. I know there are different products like this, but this is the first one of its kind that I ever have. It's by the company called Lisderm AC Control Spot. It's this little glass bottle, and inside is a pink powder and a bunch of liquid. And it says if you have like an active sore pimple, to not shake the bottle, just open it up, take out this little doe foot applicator and apply directly to the pimple, and kind of dries it out. If you have more of an open irritated pimple, I do find that this stings a little bit, not terrible, but a little bit. And then the instructions also say if you have just a problem area that is prone to breakouts and you want to treat a large area, to go ahead and shake it and then apply. And I'm not sure exactly what shaking versus not shaking does, but okay. I follow the directions because I'm assuming the people who made this know more about it than I do as far as how to use it. But it does tend to dry out my pimples pretty well, and I use it when I can't use a pimple patch. So if I have like a cluster of something or just an area that's red, or if I feel something coming on, I use this, and I do think that it calms things down and pretty much makes things heal faster than they would without treatment. Here's a Purito Snail Repair Advanced Serum. It is probably what Korean beauty started to get known for, is the snail. At least for me, before I tried anything from K-Beauty, I kept hearing that they use snail, and this one uses 93% snail mucin filtrate. It is a light serum with pretty much no scent, gel-like texture, and it is very nice at rejuvenating the skin. Contains hyaluronic acid to attract moisture to the skin, and then it has Centella asiatica derivatives in it to calm irritation. I use this or the one I'll show you next if I feel like I have a breakout coming on or it's just some redness. I probably need to work on finishing this one out. It's about halfway empty, and this is one of those things that lives in our master bathroom and gets a little bit neglected. So I probably need to move it into this bathroom so that I can finish it out. I've been focusing in 2020 on finishing things and not buying lots of new things because, as you can see here, I have so much, and this doesn't include the items that are currently in my refrigerator that haven't even been opened yet. So I have quite a bit of things here. This one is another Purity product. It's their Centella Unscented Serum. I used to have their Centella, or it was called All Green Level Buffet Serum. Pretty much the same thing, except that one had essential oils in it, and this one does not. By popular demand, Purito made this completely unscented version, and it is lovely. I haven't had it very long, but look at the dent I made in it already. I love it. I use it pretty much every day before bed, and it's just very soothing, non-sticky. One of my favorites for sure. The brand did send this to me for free, but honestly, I've been a Purito fan for so long that I have no problem buying their products if they don't send them to me. I just really, really, really like them. And if I was not a blogger and didn't have this urge to try new things all the time, I'd probably stick with mostly Purito stuff in my regular lineup. This little thing, oh man, I have such mixed feelings about it. So I showed this in action in my 16 step super involved, I don't do this every day but do it occasionally, evening routine video. And this is a Foreo Fofo. It's pretty much a skin cleansing device. You use it with a foaming cleanser, and it has this button here. You press and it vibrates, and it deep cleanses the skin. It also has, to me, a gimmicky component, these little sensors. You can download the app, then you can hold this to your face and it measures something and assigns an age to you. I don't know, I feel like that's a total gimmick. The thing itself is pretty good if I remember to use it. I don't remember to use it very often. When I do, it does seem to maybe clean a little bit better than just hands and a foaming cleanser alone, but I think I wouldn't run out and purchase this one if I didn't already have it. It came in like a FabFitFun box that I ordered, and I always get so excited about those boxes, and then inevitably the items from them just end up either being donated or gifted or forgotten, like this little thing. So yeah, I don't think this was a good purchase. Next, I have this Adapalm Maternity Care Massage Oil. I've talked about this, I think, in my winter favorites. I think it's quite a misnamed product, to be honest. So it says massage oil, and I would think it would be like for a self-massage kind of thing. No, it's not. This reminds me of the Johnson's & Johnson's baby oil that you're supposed to put on moist skin for hydration purposes. So this is applied to wet skin after bathing and supposed to do something as far as prevent stretch marks. I'm not pregnant, but this is good to use on the legs and arms after a bath. It does have, or it did have, quite a bit of a scent at first. I feel like some of that dissipated now, but I think if you're going to use, or make rather, if you're going to make a maternity care product, you might want to tone it down on the fragrance, because a lot of pregnant women, and that was the case for me as well, are very sensitive to scents, and this one smelled, I wouldn't say super pleasant. Like I said, I'm either used to it now, or maybe it just dissipated quite a bit, but as a moisturizer, as an after shower or after bath oil, it is great, but I don't think it's really doing anything specifically for pregnant women, and I think they probably would have sold more of this stuff if they would just call it like an after shower oil versus a maternity care oil. Now I have this thing that I will probably never ever finish. The Cynic Honey All-in-One Ampule. These have actually been taken off production as far as I know. There are other companies, I think Farmstay makes a similar one now. But this is an all-in-one product. You're supposed to put it on like right after cleansing the face, and it replaces kind of everything, the essence, the toner, all of that. But it is huge. It was well priced. I'm trying to see if there's, yeah, 250 milliliters. There. It is a ginormous jar. It smells very good. I've even poured some of this off into a smaller jar and let a friend take some and use some. So I am using this, but I don't think I would ever buy something huge like this again, just because the excitement of it wears off, to be honest. And while it's a good product, it's just so much of it. I'm about halfway, it looks like. So I am definitely going to finish it because I don't waste things, but I think giant jars like this are just not for me. The product itself, though, is great. If you're interested in more in-depth reviews on a lot of these things, then check out my blog, KBeautyHobbit.com. I post reviews there regularly, and I usually list full ingredients and where you can purchase and all those kinds of good things. This is a Benton Deep Green Tea Toner. I really enjoy this product. It's hard to tell how much I have left. I think it's to here. I don't know if the camera picks that up. I can kind of see it here. It is a very light green tea toner. It's hydrating, and it is wonderful for combination skin, which is what I have, or oily skin. It will probably be okay for dry and normal skin as well, but it's not super hydrating. It's more like balancing. So it's good for me for spring and summer when it gets warmer and when I really don't want my face to be oily, but I still want to hydrate it well. I really, really enjoy this. And there's another product in that same series right here, and that's the Benton Deep Green Tea Lotion. Sometimes lotions are called emulsions. It is basically a thin moisturizer, so thinner than a cream. My only gripe with this particular one is the packaging style. You have to shake it out of this hole. I would much prefer a pump, to be honest. And I find myself using more of creams lately before bed. In the mornings, I don't necessarily use emulsions at all. I usually just use my sunscreens as a moisturizer, but at night I prefer creams because they're just easier to get to. So I hope eventually K-Beauty will start moving more toward pump dispensers on lotions versus these holes. This product is almost out. Hoping to finish it out like in the next couple weeks. The Real Barrier Essence Mist. It is made for sensitive skin. The whole Real Barrier line is made for sensitive skin, and this one is lovely. It supports a good skin barrier. It's kind of a milky essence, if you can see it in the bottle. It's right there on the bottom, but it's white. It is definitely thicker than a lot of the other mists. Like, it's thicker than this Logically Skin mist that I showed you. This one is more like a toner. This one is more like an essence for sure. So I use this usually after toner and sometimes instead of toner. It just depends on how I feel, and it is nice and hydrating and nourishing and soothing, and especially if I have some kind of breakout, this is definitely my go-to, which is probably why it's almost out. But I'm going to try and finish this off so that I can have another empty. I've been keeping track of everything that comes in via PR or gifts or purchases, and then everything that goes out. And my goal for 2020 is to have more outs than ins because I want to reduce this vast number of stuff that I own. Okay, this one is a very interesting product. It is this Luoki brand, which I don't see mentioned online very much. It's their Nordic Glacier Water sleeping pack. It's a gel textured sleeping pack that is supposed to be applied right after toner. It's full of ceramides and this glacier water, hyaluronic acid. It has very cool texture. Somewhat reminiscent of the Laneige sleeping mask, but more transparent and maybe a little less fragrance for sure, but it's very nice. I really like it. It can get a little sticky sometimes if you apply too much, but I don't mind the stickiness before bed. To be honest, I cannot stand sticky stuff in the mornings, but before bed I'm less picky. This one's one of my newer additions, Vital Bright Serum by the Skin House. I have not heard of this brand before. I do have some friends who've heard of them and even tried some stuff. And this is a brightening serum. I'm in love with the packaging. I know it's silly, but orange is definitely my favorite color, and anything orange and glass especially makes me happy. Here's my gripe with this. So it's nice. It seems to be hydrating and it goes on really nicely and the texture is good. But do you see this? Nothing really made it into the dispenser. It is very thick. It's a gel. You can see that here. And so I think this was just not the right dispenser type for it. I can't capture any product. What I end up doing is just using it as a dipstick. I dip the little pipette in there and then just get stuff off of the side of it. and apply it that way. I think they would have been better off making this like a pump dispenser. So kind of like the Urang Naturals rose serum or rose essence. It's also glass, very similar texture, and they use a pump, and I think this should have as well. But as far as the contents, I really like them. I don't know that they brighten super great. It's hard sometimes to isolate a specific product when you're using so many different things, but I do like it. No bad reactions to it whatsoever, and I enjoy it from the aesthetic um, aspect as well. Sunscreen. Can never live without that. This is the Etude House Sunprise Mild Airy Finish. I think many of you know about this by now. I've talked about it on my channel. It's a very popular product. This specific one is Olaf Edition. Their regular bottle is greenish in color. It is an all mineral sunscreen. It does have alcohol in it, but it doesn't bother my skin whatsoever. And a lot of SPF products have alcohol in them for texture reasons. This has a great matte finish, but it's not drying, and I just love it. It's very, very affordable as well. And it has this really cool dispenser, the tip, and you can squeeze the bottle and it comes out so easily. But this is probably, if I had to recommend one sunscreen to somebody who has oily or combination skin and who is price conscious, this would hands down be it. I wish they made it in a bigger bottle so that I could use it on my body as well, because I just really, really enjoy this one. This is, I think, my third or fourth tube of it. I keep buying it. Innisfree Intensive Hydrating Serum. Fair warning here, this was purchased on the official US Innisfree store. I received this as a gift. If you are getting it from Korea, it is usually called the green tea seed serum. They're the same product, just different names. I noticed that when the Innisfree US website launched, they did rename a lot of the products, but if you get them from Korea, they're named differently. And the whole naming of this product is confusing in general because it's called a serum, which you would think is applied after the toner, but the instructions from the manufacturer say that this is to be applied first, right after cleansing. I like this product quite a bit. I had a whole bottle of this before. It was one of my very first purchases, and I've used that up, and this one I received as a gift from a friend, so I'm working on using this. I really do like it. It is a bit more fragrance than some of the other things that I use currently, but it is not an unpleasant scent, and I enjoy it. I think it's a good starter product. If you've never tried anything K-Beauty, Innisfree is definitely a good brand to try. They have lots of different lines, and on their US website you can see all of the descriptions in English and all of the instructions. But I also find that it is actually cheaper to order them directly from Korea on eBay from trusted sellers, because the US site tends to be pretty marked up. The Misha Lip and Eye Makeup Remover for waterproof makeup. I bought this because I purchased a mascara accidentally that was waterproof. I didn't read the description, and then nothing I had would take it off, not even cleansing oils, so I had to use this. This is a two-phase remover, so you can see this line. You shake it to use it. And if you want to see it in action, check out my nighttime routine video, the one that is 16 steps, and I show you just how well this works. I wish the bottle were bigger, but on the other hand, I probably am fine with this size. I tend to start panicking like right when the product hits this mark, and I want to go buy more, and then it actually lasts for months and months longer, and then I end up with an overstock of stuff. So I am resisting the urge to buy the next one. We'll see what happens. So far, it is March right now, and so far in 2020, I have not bought anything skincare or makeup related yet. Here's another new to me brand. Serums, I think is how you pronounce it. It's not even on eBay yet. They do have a website where you can order stuff, but I haven't seen it in any other Korean stores or on eBay. This is the tea care cream made for the T-zone for sensitive and oily skin. I really, really love it. This is one of the very few creams that I would actually use during the daytime, especially now when it gets colder and I need a little bit more protection on my skin than just SPF. Like I want a little bit more of a barrier between my skin and the elements of the wind, but I still don't want anything heavy or greasy, so I use this, and it smells really nice. I wish they would put more of the ingredients and instructions on the tube, because a lot of the time it's just on the box and then you discard the box and nothing's left on the tube, whatever. Review for this is coming soon to KBeautyHobbit.com and to my Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, but just so you know, I am really enjoying it and I hope it comes to eBay sometime soon so that more people can get it. Let's get to some masks here. I'm really loving I'm From brand. I bought this one on the Wish Trend website toward the end of 2019 when they had their Black Friday related sales. This is the honey mask. I reviewed this one before. I'll just briefly show you the jar. It's glass and it's made with real honey, so it shouldn't be kept in the fridge because it'll get hard in there. It's a wonderful, nourishing mask. I keep it in the box because the jar is glass, and maybe it's wishful thinking, but I'd like to think that if my daughter accidentally knocks this over, maybe the fact that it's in the box will protect the jar from breaking. I also typically keep it under my sink. Oh, and another reason for the box is there's a little spatula in there to use to get the mask out of the jar, and if I ditch the box then I wouldn't really have anywhere to put the spatula. So I usually keep this under the sink because it's glass and I don't want anybody messing with this. But here, for the purposes of this video, I took it up. Another mask. This one is an overnight mask, Make From. It's a gentle peeling mask. I've shown it before, I think in my acids video, but it's so awesome. Look at this texture. See. Oh, look at that, it's gel. Now it looks like I've barely made a dent in it, but I've actually used it quite a few times by now. The first time I used it, and like I said, it's an overnight mask, I applied way too much. I applied as much as I would of a hydrating mask. But this one is a peeling one and you just don't need that much. Applying too much makes it sticky, which I don't love sticky. I mean, I don't mind it before bed, but I'd rather not have stickiness. And I love that it has this little holding spot for the spatula. But it does tend to very gently exfoliate, brighten the skin a bit without causing any flaking or any other side effects like that. A lovely product. The jar is almost too big for me. I use it just a couple times a week. Not sure how long it's going to take me to get through this at that rate, but hey, that's okay. I guess I'm getting my money's worth, so really like it. One of the very few non-K-beauty items here. I am in love with this dry shampoo. It's the Bumble and Bumble Preta Powder dry shampoo, and it's basically really overpriced cornstarch. I think the cornstarch is the first ingredient, but I like that it's not an aerosol, doesn't leave a white cast, and absorbs all the excess oil. I try not to use dry shampoo too much. It can cause like scalp irritation. It can trap the different bacteria there, but sometimes it's needed, and when it is, I use that. And I have a full size, this is a travel size, I have a full size bottle in the master bathroom. Next, I have another Purito product. I have talked about this before, I've showed how I use it before, I've written about it on my blog. This is their Dermite Cica Barrier Sleeping Pack. Won't go into too many details here, but it's basically an unscented, super gentle, barrier supporting sleeping pack with asiatic acid and other Centella asiatica derivatives, so really great for sensitive skin, prone to redness, breakouts, etc. In my opinion, it can easily be used as a morning cream as well. It's not heavy, it's not sticky, it's not greasy, light, nice texture, very hydrating without being heavy. So one of my favorite products, definitely. I showed this thing before. It's the J. Estina Lip Balm, very similar to the Laneige lip sleeping mask, scented a bit differently in a smaller container. I tend to use that as a lip balm or sometimes before bed, pretty much whenever I think of it, and no complaints so far about it. This thing is sitting here waiting its turn to be used, the S&P Overnight Hair Mask. I actually wash my hair at night. This is to be applied to dry, dirty hair, and you put on the little cap here, go to bed, and then shampoo it out in the morning. And since I bathe at night, wash my hair at night, what I've been doing is putting this on like sometime before my bath, letting it work its thing, and then I wash it off, shampoo it off in the bath or as part of my bath, whatever. and then I'll let my hair dry and then go to bed. And it's been working just as well as it works overnight. I've tried these overnight before as well, so I know how to compare them, but I have a few of these left, or maybe this might be my last blue one. I also have green ones. Nice products, no silicones, no parabens, no mineral oil. Smell nice, make the hair nice and soft and less prone to tangling and breakage. This here is one of my absolute favorite creams ever. Sad to say, it seems to be not in production anymore. It's the Innisfree No Sebum Powder Cream. It is like a primer and a cream in one. It's so lovely, especially if you have oily skin or combination skin. Controls sebum production. It's matte in texture, but it's not drying. If you put it on before bed, it actually normalizes oil production while you sleep, or you can put it on in the morning as well. It's one of my favorites. I've owned this at least 2 times. Maybe this might be even my 3rd jar. I can't remember anymore. Very sad that it's not being made anymore. So sorry, but you probably can't buy it. If you find it anywhere, grab it because it's lovely. Next, I have a couple oils. So this one is the Klairs Fundamental Watery Oil Drop. It's an interesting product. I like to think of it as an oil for people who don't like face oils. It's very light. I use it as a serum, usually at the serum step. There's also a mist from this line that I have not tried, which is really lovely, hydrating, soothing. It's vegan friendly. It says cruelty free, just like all of Klairs. And of course, a glass bottle. Definitely love it, but just some good hydration. I don't know that it really gives any kind of glow. I haven't noticed like any extra glow from it, but it's nice. No complaints. I love products like this. I love unscented glass packaging, good quality ingredients without any coloring or like loud design elements. I just really like products like this. Now this one is more of an actual face oil. It's the Aromatica Lively Super Calming Blue Oil. It is blue because of its ingredients, not because of any coloring. And this one is still not sticky, but it's definitely more, it's richer than the Klairs one. And while I use Klairs at the serum step, I use this one as a moisturizer. Sometimes I add it to my cream, can mix them together, but sometimes if I'm feeling really tired and I just want to get to bed, I will spray or apply some kind of toner and then put this on, and that's it. That's my skincare for that evening. It is so amazing. I love this Aromatica brand. There's only one product of theirs that I hate, and that's their sunscreen. But everything else that I've tried so far I've really liked. And this is not a sponsored video of any kind. None of these brands paid me anything to talk about them. Some of these products I've gotten for free, but you know, if I get something free and it's crap, I will tell you that it's crap, because you can ruin your reputation with dishonest reviews pretty quickly, and I'm not about to do that. Let's talk about this. Neogen Real Vita C Powder Lemon. I am so in love with this. It is amazing. So I kept trying to find, unsuccessfully, a vitamin C serum that would work for me. The Purito one I'm allergic to. At least their old formulation. I'm not sure about the new one. Haven't tried it. The CosRX one, that is the Soko Glam. Gosh, what is it called? Triple C Lightning Serum. You know what I'm talking about. It's a dark blue bottle and it's exclusive to Soko Glam and everybody loves it. It's probably great, but it has to be refrigerated and it oxidizes fairly quickly. And having to refrigerate it means that I don't remember to use it, so mine ended up oxidized and whatever. I didn't really feel like I didn't get my money's worth and I kept forgetting to use it. This one, however, this is also, I got it on Soko Glam and it might be an exclusive, I don't remember. This one is a powder. So inside of this jar is a powder. There's a tiny scoop right there. So you use the scoop to get the powder out, and then you can mix it into your existing skincare. You can do 1 scoop or 2 scoops. And I do 1 to 2 scoops into a toner, and then I apply it, and it actually is lightening out one pigmentation spot that I have on my nose. I think it's a post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation spot. Maybe I had like a pimple there, I'm not sure. I've had that spot for a while, but this is actually making a difference. And because I can keep it right here in my bathroom, I actually remember to use it, which is huge for me. I'll put links in the description box for everything I'm talking about. And for Glam, if you've never ordered there, I actually have a $10 off a referral code that I can send you. This is a Misha product. It's a peeling mask. It is very, very fragranced. I don't know if that's what real ginseng smells like or if that's just what the ginseng scented products typically smell like, but it's a dark, deep brown mask that you apply to your face, let it dry, and then peel it off, and it removes all the impurities and all those things. I only use it in the middle of my face, so nose, chin, forehead, because as I move to the periphery, to the cheeks and such, it's actually somewhat painful to remove. It doesn't rip out peach fuzz, but it definitely pulls on it. It's a good product. I mean, it's effective. It makes my skin really nice and smooth, but I don't use it as often as I probably should because it needs to be used outside of a bath, otherwise it doesn't dry. And I use most of my masks while taking a bath because the steam helps them work and just because it just works for me to sit in the tub and relax. But this one has to be used outside of it, and I mean, it's fine, but I probably wouldn't buy it again. Well, we're making some progress. Look at that. There's not that much left. Let's see if I can move the camera. Maybe I shouldn't. Here's one of my newer additions, the Zycos Pink Collagen Toner. I just reviewed this on my blog. This is an interesting product. It smells like rose, but also like mint. And it's a toner, but it has a gel texture and a pump here. What's curious about it is that on their site, they say that they're vegan certified. But when I read the ingredients for this product, it says that it has honey in it. So that's not vegan because it's a bee product. I reached out to the company and asked them about it, and they said that this was produced before they were vegan certified, and now their formula is different. Well, okay, fine. That works. As a toner, though, it's nice. I do like using it, and not all of my skincare is vegan. I just find it curious that their site says they're vegan certified, and on that same site, the ingredients for this toner list honey. This was another PR thing I got, the Ultra H2O Cleansing Toner. I don't know. I am not a huge cleansing toner person. To me, if you are double cleansing properly with a cleansing oil and a foaming cleanser, you don't need an extra cleansing toner. A cleansing toner is the thing of the past. Like when I was a kid and my mom would buy cleansing milks and then a cleansing toner, and in Europe and in Russia, toners used to be astringent in nature, and it makes me think of old Clearasil commercials and Clean and Clear commercials. I don't know if you remember those, where the person takes a cotton pad and wipes off their face and shows, oh, look at all the dirt that your products left. So I've used this only a couple times. I don't know, I'm undecided. To me, it's an unnecessary product. I mean, maybe I'm just missing something. If you use this and you like it, the brand I think is called Let Me Skin. And this is the Ultra H2O Cleansing Toner. This is one of my absolute favorite products, the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. It is applied on top of sunscreen right before makeup, and I don't know if you can see, but it has these little beads in it that kind of burst when you apply it, and they gave you not a shimmer, but a glow, like a healthy glow, not an oily shine. I really, really love it. I use it instead of a primer, and I am about halfway through my bottle, but I'll tell you a secret, I have another bottle in the fridge because my friend bought it because I love it so much, and she didn't like it, and she gave it to me. And while I'm sad that she didn't like it, I am happy to hoard an extra bottle of this. I swear I'm like a skincare dragon. If I could sleep on all this stuff, I totally would. So I really like it. I've showed it in many videos before. But yeah, it sits here on my sink and gets used often. My current foaming cleanser, or one of them, April Skin Real Calendula Foam Cleanser. I love the packaging. I love that it's see-through so I can see exactly how much is left, which is not much. It's a good foaming cleanser, especially if you have irritated or prone to redness skin, because calendula is soothing in nature. This is probably one of the best known K-beauty brands, Laneige. You can even buy their stuff at Target. And this is their Special Care Eye Sleeping Mask. It has a really cool ceramic applicator. And you put it around your eyes, and the applicator is made to provide a gentle massage. I like it. I wish it were a smaller bottle. I have a hard time getting through this whole amount before the expiration date. You're only supposed to use it for 1 year after opening, because once you open it, you introduce bacteria into it. The bottle is glass. It is very nice and hydrating. It can help smooth out some fine lines. So I do like it. I should probably use it more. I do tend to forget sometimes. This is one of my favorite toners, Dear Claire's Supple Preparation Unscented Toner. I am close to being done with it. It actually lives on the edge of my tub, and I apply it before I put on sheet masks, because I use sheet masks while I bathe. And it's good, a bit thicker than other toners, kind of a holy grail, I think, for most people as far as hydrating. It would be good to use for 7 skins, although I doubt you would actually need 7 layers of it. I would say like 1 or 2 is probably enough for most people. Definitely a good purchase. It's lasting longer than I thought it would, probably because of its thicker texture, so I don't need as much of it. It's not as liquid as some other toners. Looking through all of this makes me realize just how much stuff I have. Here's the L'Adore Silk Ring Hair Essence. I've owned this for a long time, and I'm only halfway through. I actually use it quite a bit. It is almost like a hair oil, but not oily. It is viscous and smells amazing, and I apply it to wet hair from about the ear level down, and it helps it detangle, and it helps prevent it from breaking. It's not heavy, it's not greasy, smells amazing, definitely recommend it. When I bought it, for some reason they were in short supply. There are plenty of them now, but I ended up paying a lot of money for it, and I thought that was the price. And now when I look at it, it's like half of what I paid for it. We're getting close to the end. Here's the Oseki Silky Bright Enzyme Powder Facial Wash for all skin types. It's really cool. So inside of here is a powder. I don't know if you can see, and I don't want to make a mess, so I don't want to pour it out. But I should be publishing a review for this like the next couple days. So the review will probably come out before the video. The nice people at Stacy Lash who sell this stuff sent me a link to share with you, and I don't make any kickbacks off that link. They sent me a link to share with you where you can get 30% off of the Oseki products. So check that out in the description box. This is a mild exfoliating wash. You pour some of that powder in your palm and add warm water, and it's crucial that the water is warm because it needs to be warm for the enzymes to work. And it creates this gentle foam, and then you use it like a foaming cleanser, and it exfoliates and brightens, and it's lovely. I've never had an enzyme powder wash before, but if they're all this awesome, I can definitely see why people like this type of product so much. Maybe we should stick with that brand, and I'll show you this other product by them. It's another Oseki. It's a Cyber Shine Bubble Mask Cleanser. It comes out as a clear gel. You can see maybe a little bit of it here on the nozzle. You apply it to dirty skin with dry hands. The skin needs to be dry, and it starts to bubble like a bubbling mask. And then you add water to it, massage it, and it works as both the oil cleanser and the foaming cleanser, 2-in-1. Now, I said in the beginning of this video how I'm not a huge fan of 2-in-1 cleansers, but this one is the exception. It actually cleanses really well, doesn't leave anything behind, but also doesn't strip the skin. And the bubbling process, at least for me, doesn't tickle. I know that's a common complaint with bubbling mask, that it tickles and people don't like it, but this one doesn't, and I'm enjoying it. It's hard to tell how far I am through this, but I think I'm probably halfway in this bottle. Misha Super Aqua Peeling Gel. Their packaging has changed since I've gotten it. It comes in a tube now, but mine is in this plastic. Still a tube, but the one that comes in now has like corners and looks like more like a tube than this one does. But it's a nice peeling gel. There's also a green version that is milder. To me, this one is just fine. It's not too harsh. It peels all the dead skin and debris off really well. I use it a couple times a week. I think I'm close to out, although I always tend to think that, and then the products last weeks, if not months more. But nothing bad to say about this. I've talked about this in the past, and nothing new here. Then I have the Purito from Green Cleansing Oil, halfway through it. It's a first step cleanser. Natural oils, deeply cleanses, doesn't irritate the eyes. I use it to remove eye makeup, although it does not take off waterproof mascara, but it takes off like eyeliner and eyeshadow just fine, and regular mascara. I've talked about this before, I think in both my favorites videos, and pretty sure I've mentioned this multiple times. So there's also a review on my blog, so check it out. But a really good oil, another win from Purito, which is not surprising because I really like their stuff. Here's an interesting product that may not be on too many bathroom shelves. This is the Aromatica Organic Aloe Vera Gel, EWG verified, non-toxic, and vegan formula. I bought it mostly to use with my new face, which is this microcurrent facial toner device. I do not like the New Face brand gels that come with the device. They're very thick, super hard to wash off, and really expensive. And this is much cheaper, and I think it still works just as well as far as being a conductor, and I definitely don't feel any kind of stinging or unpleasant effects from it. Of course, the New Face manufacturers will tell you that you only have to use it with their gels, whatever. Hey, they're trying to sell you their gels, you know. Of course, they're going to say that nothing else works, but I think it works just fine, so that's what I use this for. This would also be just good for some basic hydration or after sun care and those kind of things. Another foaming cleanser, Daily Sutsu Cleansing Gel by Aipo Seul. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a nice foaming cleanser. I love the pump dispenser. Really love the pump. A little more scented than what I typically have, but not bad. I've used quite a bit of it, and I wrote a review, and then I put it away for now because I'm trying to use up the calendula foam cleanser. Oh, I didn't put it away. This actually sits in our master bathroom in case I need to wash my face there. I usually have an oil cleanser and a foaming cleanser in each bathroom because I don't know where I'll be showering sometimes, but this definitely doesn't get used as much as the products in the guest bathroom do. Only 4 things left. Can you believe it? I don't ever talk this much in a row. Here's the Aromatica Scalp. Wow, this completely rubbed off. This is basically a rosemary root enhancer. It's a scalp spray. It is soothing and calming to the scalp and can promote hair growth, and rosemary is believed to be good for hair. Wow, this is just coming off. Wow. All right. Well, that's fine. It is a scalp tonic to balance your oil production, and it's not heavy, not greasy, refreshing to the scalp. I really like using it. I'm about halfway through it. It's kind of a smaller bottle, but not bad, and the price was good. I'm just really surprised that it's rubbing off here, but I do have a review with pictures for when this was brand new if you want to read what the bottle used to say. I talked about these before, or at least these ones. I've written a review about them. This is Huangjisu Sugar Nourish Cleansing Pads. Honestly, not a fan. They're supposed to remove makeup, including eye makeup and SPF, and I don't think they do a good job. They definitely would not be a replacer for double cleansing. What I do with these, just because I received them as a gift and I don't want to throw them out, when I come home from work, I use these to take off like the layer of dirt and dust and whatever else that accumulated throughout the day, because in the middle of the day I'm not yet ready to do a full double cleanse, but I can wipe with this and feel a little refreshed. But also, I don't know, there's some people who really love it, but the truth is this brand, and I like the brand, I have nothing against them, but this brand sent out so many of these for free to people, like myself, that I feel like sometimes when we get things for free, well, maybe I'm excluded from this generalization, but I think most people, when they get things for free, they're very grateful. And when you're very grateful, you want to love the product, and I think sometimes that skews the review a bit. But maybe everybody's just different. Maybe I'm just not a big fan. So these, I mean, they're okay. I would not buy them. I can find a use for them, but I don't recommend like purchasing them necessarily unless you're just really into cleansing pads. These ones, however, are fantastic. Came in the same PR package, and these are awesome. These are toner pads, and they're the soothing ones. They have mugwort in them, and they're really big, and you can use them as a toner pad, or you can use them even as a makeshift mask. Like you can put the pads onto problem areas where you have redness and leave them on for a bit and then remove, and these I really love. And there's a third jar in this trio, which is the gentle peeling pads that are still a daily use pad, but they provide gentle exfoliation, and I like those as well. But these and The peeling ones are great. The makeup remover, not a fan. And last but not least, the Low-Key Double Shot Cleansing Water. This is the same brand that made the overnight mask that I showed in a glass jar. And this one is a cleansing water, kind of like a micellar water. Does not take off waterproof makeup. I've tried this and all my cleansing oils on that one waterproof mascara that I accidentally bought. But it does a good job with regular eye makeup, and it's a good, like a first cleanse alternative. But I would urge you to always rinse cleansing water, micellar otherwise. Even if the product labeling says no rinse, I still rinse. There's just no reason to leave all of those things on your skin. I did a quick count and I think I have 48 things here that we talked about today. If you stuck with me for the whole video, thank you very much. If you want more reviews, check out KBeautyHobbit.com or my Instagram at KBeautyHobbit. I post videos every Saturday at 10 in the morning Central Standard Time. I hope to see you here next week. Until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much.